Hey, what's going on? This is Ola coming to you live from my Empire Pro studios. We have another beautiful session coming up. My name is Ola. I'm the author of Smart Real Estate Wholesaling. You can find it at smartrealestatewholesaling.com. Just go ahead and download a free PDF. It's on there. You can also get it in the paperback like this, Kindle, and audiobook as well. All right. If I say anything here today, please make sure you give us a thumbs up. Make sure you share the video with other people that will benefit from it. We're trying to grow the channel, and we believe that you're going to be part of that journey. So thank you so much. But only if I say anything that made sense to you today. All right. With that being said, let's dive in. I got a topic here today that I wanted to cover before we dive into today's session. 3 ways to stay motivated. 3 ways to stay motivated in the game. Well, before we get into the actual 3 ways, why? Why do you need this information? Well, this game can be tough. Um, what you're gonna hear the most out there are testimonials, success stories, for the obvious reasons. They're trying to sell you on coming in the game because the more people we have in the game, the better the market is. The market is, the more people, the bigger the size of the market. Or they may just be trying to sell you a course, something, they're trying to sell you a tool, a new software, something like that. So for obvious reasons, they sugarcoat um, everything. And but the truth of the matter is that you just one deal away. Okay, you just one deal away from changing your life. Now, with that being said, getting to that one deal, maybe if you're one of the success stories, the very uncommon success stories, well, common situation that becomes the common success stories. Maybe you close your first deal in 2 months, maybe 1 month, maybe 2 weeks. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Are the odds in your favor? No, the odds are not in your favor. Most people will take a while to close a deal. All right, that's just a fact. But most people are not going to become testimonials. Is that making sense? Right? So the testimonials you're going to see are mostly people that, you know, the one-offs that closed the deal very quickly and everything worked out. Well, I'm happy for those people. It does happen, but it takes a while. Okay. For me, when I got started, I closed my first deal in 2005 December. That was exactly 12 months from the time that I bought my first course in real estate uh, investment training. Right. So I actually attended my first class back in December 2004. I didn't close the deal until December 2005. Does it have to take that long? No, it doesn't have to take that long. I'm just sharing my own story with you. Are there forces, reasons why that took that long? Yes. There are many reasons why it can take long. There are many reasons why it may close very quick for some people. But 2 weeks, somebody got lucky. So no one can claim and sit down somewhere and give you a formula that you can close a deal in 2 weeks unless you're buying and fixing for yourself. I'm talking about a wholesale deal where you make money, you walked out with $10,000. Most people would not be able to brag about that. Okay. Now, is it still worth it? Of course, it's worth it. I mean, where do you go? What other industry can you go to where you can work for 5 hours total combined, and then you make $10,000 and you can build a business out of it, and then eventually you can close back to back to back to back. It's not too many industries where you can do that, but you can do that in real estate. Okay. So that's something I wanted to share. So it's not, while the business is as simple as the art and science of finding deeply discounted properties and then giving it to me so I can buy it and pay you $10,000, right? While wholesaling is that simple, right? It's not easy. Okay, it's not easy. Your faith is gonna be tested, your strength is gonna be tested, your tenacity is gonna be tested, your character is gonna be tested. Quite a few more things will be tested. Um, and I don't know if you want to get scared off right now, you know, but that's not the goal. The goal is to give you um, a reality check, if you will, or to give you a picture of what the reality looks like. It can be tough. Now, let me tell you what happens mostly to people that close their first deal within their first month. Then they will have a big gap before they close the next one. Everyone will pay their dues. Okay. So it doesn't matter what kind of story somebody is telling you out there right now. So they pay their dues. Okay. If they're telling you testimonial success stories, The success stories are beautiful, but everyone paid their dues, and you will pay your own due if you plan to make money here. I need to be worth it. So I need to end with that, just so you know that it will be worth the reward to be worth the effort that you apply to this business. Okay, or any business for that matter. So this business is just like anything else. It starts very slow. It feels like it's forever. It feels frustrating, like it's never gonna happen for you. But when it takes off, it takes off. Like you'll be like, oh boy, did I say that? Yes. Okay, it will take off once it takes off, but stay in that course of the beginning, first 6 months, where you're not feeling any kind of traction. That will test your faith, that will test your character, and you will feel like quitting multiple times. That's why you need to commit. Because commitment will is basically you saying, I'm committed to the journey because I know that it's going to be very rewarding. It's going to be a lot more rewarding than any day job can give you. You can gain the lifestyle that you want back, okay? Because you control your life, okay? Now, everyone doesn't belong in the game, okay? As a matter of fact, most people that get started in the game will quit and they will never come back again, and they may end up telling other people that it doesn't work, but it does work because I'm a testimony. Um, I'm a living evidence that it does work. But I've been tested quite a few times. A few times I've had to start all over again, and every single time I've had to start all over again, it's a different monster altogether. And the part where you're starting all over is it feels just like you're starting for the first time ever, and it's almost worse because your faith will be tested because in your mind you know that for a fact that you can do it, but then the devil will play all kind of tricks on you and make you feel like you're not enough. And I'm saying that from a very personal experience, and I've gone through that a few times in my career. It's been 15 years now. Yeah, about 15 years, 2004. So I've had to start all over a few times, and because some of the stuff we learned about money is not what it is. So with that being said, what are the three ways to stay motivated? Because your faith is gonna be tested. You're gonna need the motivation. You're gonna need all the motivation you need. You're gonna need all the motivation you can get. Okay. But there are three tips I want to give to you that will help and make it easier for you. Okay. And they go in this exact order. It's C, okay, it's P, and it's R. Okay. So you call it CPR. Okay. You can use the CPR anytime you want. Okay. Because there will be time you feel like reviving your spirit. You feel like reviving yourself. You feel like this is never going to work out for me. And you will need the CPR. I promise you, you will need the CPR. I promise you, you will need the CPR. As a matter of fact, maybe you need it right now. If you feel like you need it right now, you've tried it a few times, you've tried to close a few deals. Sorry for shaking the camera. You've tried to do this a few times and you just feel like, oh, it's never going to work out. I still go through that. uh, Maybe on a micro level in certain aspects because there's so many moving variables in the business, right? But in certain part of those variables, I'm frustrated sometimes, every now and then. Sometimes I have to just literally leave the computer and take off and go shower, a cold shower so I can feel better and then come back to it. And then a lot of time before I come back, things will figure itself out, or maybe I receive a new idea or something like that. But one thing you don't ever want to do is to ever quit. But if you feel like quitting, I understand. I've been there, but I've never really gotten to a place where I have to quit. It's not part of my DNA. I hate to say it that way because it sounds very toxic, but I mean that in the most healthiest way. Is the die is the get rich or die trying thing. Even my father disagrees with that, because he feels like it's a desperate thing. It's not a desperate thing. It's being tough. It's about a warrior. It's about going to the war front and then going back home and say, I want to cry baby with my mother. I want to go back to mama and just cry. Um, I don't have that in me. I don't have the quitting thing in me, but I've been in frustrated moments. I've had businesses that crashed on its face. Boom, pow, bruised up faces, bullet wounds all over the place, right? War front. So it can be tough, but here's what I promise you, it's worth it because it will build you into a behemoth. It will build you into a champion. Okay, I mean, we don't call it champion just for the sake of champion. You gotta get hit in the face a few times. You gotta get punched right in your nose and break your nose a few times. That's just the way greatness is. It's gonna take a lot of out of you, and but it's gonna be worth it. Okay, so if you have it in you, okay, if you've been there or you're there right now, and you feel like this is speaking to you today, give it a thumbs up. Okay, click that thumbs up, make it lit blue, and then we want to talk about the CPR. I'm going to give you the CPR one after the other. So the first C is community. Okay, you're going to need to be a part of an active community. Join an active community. There are two types of community I want to suggest that you join. Okay, you want to join one that's large with a lot of people, because when they go to Panera Bread or they get to a restaurant to hang out, you can see all of them. You can talk, you can go back and you can feed off of each other's energy, and that will make you feel like you're part of something, because we all need to feel like we belong somewhere. Okay, and you're gonna need that. It's gonna help your spirit too, because it's gonna help your belief system. Because when you see other people doing it, or they are heading in the same direction that you are, it makes it that much easier. Okay, so that's the C, community. The second type of community that I think you should find is newly started community. And that takes me to number two. It may be as small as 2 or 3 people, but it's still a community, but it's more intimate. So you have two types of community, okay? And when I say 2 or 3 type of people, turn it to a partnership. Make it a partnership, okay? A partnership in the sense of you could market together, you could feed off of each other, you could be accountability partners, and that's the P. Remember CP, right? P, partnership. Find a partner, find an accountability partner, right? Where you guys can check on each other. What did you do yesterday? How much marketing did you send out yesterday? They're on the same level as you are in the game, right? They're experiencing the same learning curve that you're experiencing, and that will help you a lot. Because when you go to the big community, is good for belief system. You can see as a social proof that this work, right? That this works. But when you have those 2, 3 people community, that becomes a partnership, right? Which is the P. The second P is more actionable things you can do. You check on each other and you are reachable, because the gurus at the big event, they don't have time for you. They're not going to share their phone number with you, because they feel like you're going to bother them with quote unquote stupid questions. There's no such thing, but you can understand, because they're also busy with a lot more, and they don't have the time to give you like that, to answer your questions, or beginner or intermediate questions. So find a small community. You can also go, you can even start that from that other community. Like, you could find 2 or 3 people, like, why don't we become accountable partners? You serious about this game? Let's become accountable. Let's do business together. Let's structure something where we make money together, but also individually, right? Because I promise you something in this game, you're not going to close deals unless you partner with someone. So you either embrace it and build a whole business out of that as a system, or you could shy away from it and still come back to it. You're just wasting time. Every deal I've ever closed has always been with some kind of partnership, some level of partnerships involved. There's no such thing. One tree does not make a forest. Real estate is a prime example of that. Some of the biggest realtors, real estate agents, wholesalers that are partners with other people, either silently or in a big way. Sometimes you see the 2 partners in the brand. Sometimes you see one person on the brand and somebody is in the back end, right? For me, I have my brother in the back end. Shola is in the back end, always supporting me. He has resources behind this. I put my face on the forefront here. So this partnership is a part of the game. You might as well just embrace it. Okay, so but also it helps you stay motivated, because that's what we're talking about today. So community, then a small community that is more or less a partnership, where you can easily call each other, you can text each other back and forth. You guys are still less busy, so you have time on your time as luxury in your arsenal, so you can help each other climb to the top. You can go to events together. If you don't have time, you have to go to work. Your regular 9 to 5 is still on, and the other person goes this time. You also go. You switch back and forth. And if your spirit is dying off, the other person can say, "Hey, wake up! We got an event to go to. We got a deal appointment to go to. We got this other thing to learn." Right? Hey, I went to this event. Let me share some of the stuff with you. All right. And the R. Now, all of the stuff I'm sharing with you surrounds kind of like community. It's almost like a partnership of sorts. It's still a community, but also surrounding yourself, but feeding your brain with the right type of energy. Because the energy you surround yourself with will ultimately show. Okay, will show in the results you generate in your business. So, with that being said, we're still talking about how to stay, the three ways to stay motivated. The third way is to read books and listen to books. And you can add a third on that as listen to podcasts on the go. Okay. Reading books obviously takes your attention, right? Speaking of reading books, is a great book to start from, Smart Real Estate Wholesaling. Yes, I'm selling it, but you can get it for free at smartrealestatewholesaling.com. And reading it kind of like preoccupy or occupies 100% of your attention, right? But after you read it, I suggest that you get the audiobook, right? And listen on the go. Maybe you commute 1 hour, 2 hours to work, right? Listen on the go, right? Just listen to this stuff on the go as you go. We have a podcast here. If you go to iTunes or any of your podcast platform and you search for Empire Lifestyle, we have some of these episodes uploaded there, so you can listen on the go because it helps you stay motivated. You hear some stories, it helps you wake up that day. I still have to do that. So basically, from 4 to 7 every day, 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. every single day, I am listening to podcasts. I listen to the likes of Wholesale Inc. I listen to Wholesaling Houses Elite. I listen to Real Estate Disruptors. I listen to Sean Terry every now and then. Flip to Freedom. I listen to like any episode of these guys that come out. I listen to them. And as a quick tip for you, that's actually some of the ways I pick up some of my remote partners. Some of them that get interviewed on there, they end up doing deals with us remotely sometimes. It's additional people you can add into your buyers network, because you never know. You may live in New Jersey like myself and then pick up a deal in Texas, and then you just heard that guy who was killing it in Texas on that podcast. Like, remember, this is about a community together, making money together. The fastest you can understand that, the faster you'll be to building an empire with this. There's no such people that build their platform all by themselves. Let me give you an example, right? I don't do much interviews here. I'm thinking about it that we may get back to some. We've done some interviews in the past, but I'm thinking we may get back to putting structures together so we can interview other people on this platform. But if you look at some of the biggest channels on YouTube or iTunes anywhere, it's because they're interviewing other people. Did you know that in the back end, they're partnering together? They're the one that speak at their own event. They're the one that. What's the point of the story here? You need the CPR if you want to stay motivated. Use the CPR, the three ways to stay motivated: community, partnership, and read books. As part of reading books, listen to audiobooks, listen to podcasts on the go. On the go. This book is something I told you to go through 10 to 15 times. There's a reason why I said that. You may say I'm trying to indoctrinate you. You call it whatever you want to call it. But here's the deal: the people that are killing it in this game are indoctrinated into something. It becomes a part of who they are, becomes second nature for them. All right. So that's something I wanted to share with you. If you want that book, you just go to smartrealestatewholesaling.com. With that being said, let's get to today's calls. Got a few follow-up, a few appointments to make. I'm going to make some calls. Just listen in, hang out with me. And there's a quick tip I wanted to share with you. And that's, some of you that have been following me here so far, if you're brand new here, make sure you click subscribe and make sure you click the bell right next to the subscription button so you're notified when I come online or upload a brand new video. Okay. And by the way, maybe by the end of today or tomorrow, I will make it available. You can book a call with me. You can book a 10 to 15 minute strategic call with me. I'm making myself available for that. Okay. So that if you're going through something, you don't know where to get started or something like that, we can get you started. Okay. So obviously you want to book as soon as you send it, because the only thing I have limited here is time. So if it's booked and I only have so much time block open for it during the day, so it'll be available to book a call with me at any time. Not at any time, at the available times. Okay. but you should book a call so that you can see where you are and we can see if it's a fit to bring you into our mastermind too. Um, but you should check that as an opportunity to be a part of a growing community where you get the intimate attention that you need. All right. The other tip I was going to share with you today, let me think. I think I just forgot, lost my train of thought. Okay, yeah. So, some of you that have been listening to me, you heard me will say to certain prospects, when they say, "Hey, don't you want to see the house?" And I will say, "It's 2019. I can see all the information I need to make a decision about your house." And then the inspection will happen at the right time. I'm changing that henceforth. Okay, so anything that will come off as condescending or being a smart ass or anything like that, avoid it when you're talking to prospect. I was just thinking about it. I'm always looking for a way to improve myself. Obviously, when we're having conversation with people, we lead with value. We're always looking for a way to serve them, right? We'll start with that. So that creates an ever evolving, getting better and better. So while we don't want to sound off like we're kissing ass, we want to sound like we have confidence in what we're offering, but we also don't want to be an ass, right? So, so saying it's 2019 is kind of like being an ass when I thought about it. So you could say, yeah, technology is helping us a lot these days. So I can see all the information I need to see about your property to make a decision. I want us to make a decision right now because I have 3 or 5 other properties I'm looking at in your area, and that way we can see if it's a fit. If it's not a fit, that's okay. At least I share some information about your property. Maybe that's too long, but the point there is lead with value, give more value, give. Stay focused on that and don't come off as condescending or smart. And the best way to really do that is listen, see what they're talking about. Take time to listen. Listening is harder than most people will want to admit. Okay. Especially when on the phone with people, you always want to get yours in, and you have the anxiety, right? But learn how to listen. It's an ever evolving skill to learn. It will help you in your relationships. It will help you in prospecting, obviously, right? You get what you want more out of life when you just learn how to listen, because you can give people what they want. All right. So with that being said, let's dive into today's calls. I have 5 appointments that was made there. Let me refresh. Let me just make sure there's no new appointments in the. Today is the 15th. Awesome. Let's see here, and let's make sure we see everything. All right, so basically at this point you could just listen in, and I think we have a ton of follow-ups. Oh, not too many follow-ups. Okay, so I think I told you, Shola and I, my brother, we decided that we're not just going to follow up 3 times any longer. We're going to follow up until we run out of resources to follow up, or until they tell us don't follow up with me any longer. Very simple. Okay. So, because each follow up is, again, it's another opportunity to see if you can reach people. Okay. So, I have 5 people here. Essentially, this conversation is people that have said, yes, they will entertain an offer, but they're not as qualified as I would like them to be. We're working with our VAs to make sure they continue to improve on qualifying people. So, that's what that is. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. I'm calling about probably. Let's see. Somebody's calling me about. All right. So let's see here. Send me your email address. So somebody inquiring about a property, and we'll forward details. All right. So let's get back to here. All right. So let's call Diane. Diane interested in selling number to contact. Now, I see a red flag says excellent condition. When do they want to sell? They say ASAP. Then it's not living in the property, and they don't want to give us a price until we discuss the offer. So I actually don't mind taking some time to look at the condition of the property, or to see if there's a deal somewhere. Okay. Uh, this is in Little Silver, New Jersey. This is Lincoln Park. Is that the same thing? Let's make sure. Okay. Lincoln. Okay, there you go. All right. So this property is actually, it's a townhome. It's a townhome. So townhome typically don't have any repairs needed, anything like that. Uh, but you never know. They may just want to get rid of it. So I'm gonna give you a call. Discuss offer first. All right. All right. So most townhome calls are, there are no deals. Okay. But we don't prejudge, because I've actually closed one before, found a deal in one before. So we don't prejudge. We're gonna call anyway. Let's try 486. It's a vacant property. All right. So another thing is that I don't leave voicemails anymore, so we can just get through this and systemize this. We have more than enough automated voicemails going out that serve as prospecting tools, marketing tools, which we have closed deals from. Okay, so we just want to focus on trying to get people on the phone, and that's good enough. So let me call the other line here. Now, is it possible that I lose deals for that? Some people tell, "Oh, don't do it this way, do it that way. You lose deals." Anything is possible. The key thing is that the most money you're gonna make is gonna come from systemizing this process. So that's a bad number. I get to delete that off our records. Let me try the third line here. I think I think it's another bad number. Let me try it again. Okay. So I have the actual line where they told us they're interested in selling first, where they were pre-qualified. So I'm just trying the other lines that came with the skip trace. By the way, we do skip trace if you want skip trace at as low as 7 cents. As low as 7 cents. If you want to skip trace to us, as low as 7 cents per record, just go to minimum of 1,000. By the way, minimum 1,000. Just go to myempirepro.com/skip. myempirepro.com/skip. That's where you can sign up for that service. Let's keep going here. So the skip trace service that we use come up with a lot of numbers, and all right. So we don't leave voicemails, like as I said. So this person will pick up. We're just gonna say no answer, and we'll set up the next follow up. tomorrow. All right, so let's go on to the next person. Let's call Ahmed. Let's see what Ahmed, he wants to talk to you about the offer. Okay. And that's all I have. He wants to talk to me about offer. Let's see the kind of house he has here. Uh, let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. This property is worth 374. Manor. It looks like a condo. Let's see. A condo or townhouse. Well, not really. Let's see here. It isn't. It's a decent Cape Cod house. 374. Let's see if it's listed. If a house is listed on the market too, to tell on Zillow that it's listed on the market, and I can see what they're asking for, and then see if I can use that price to gauge. It's off market, so let's give them a call. You never know. Let's give him a call. Let's give him a call, Ahmed. Excuse me. It's just ringing. So, all right, that hits a voicemail. Let's another voicemail. Let's see here. Let's try the third line here. Yes, hi. May I speak to Ahmed, please?
Sorry?
Ahmed. May I speak to Ahmed Mohammed?
Wrong number.
Wrong number. Thank you. It's one of those third lines, and that's the wrong number, basically. All right. So, all right. So no answer on this one. We're gonna push a follow up to tomorrow. Okay. All right. Let's try. Let's try to call Eric. So Eric is open to talk about the offer. Doesn't sound motivated, but anytime people just want to hear the offer, um, there's a chance they're not motivated. But again, we still don't prejudge. It's in very good condition. Anytime it's vacant, open for discussion offer. If it's vacant, that's a good plus, okay, for you. So let's try to call Eric. 8806.
You have reached the Jensen residence. Please leave your message after the tone.
We got a voicemail. Let me see the house actually.
Eric Jackson.
Yes, hi, Eric.
Yes.
Hi, Eric. My name is Ola. You spoke to my assistant on Friday, I think, about your property in Newfoundland.
Oh, yes.
How you doing? Did I catch you at a good time? Well, I think you expressed interest in selling.
Well, I believe exactly what I told him is I've owned it since '98 and never really thought about it. We're happy to use it as a summer place, so I haven't listed it. It's not. It's not a priority of mine. I wasn't sure why he was, or why you were interested in the property, but anyway, I said I'd be willing to talk about it.
Oh, okay, we're private investors. We buy. That's just what we do for a living.
Uh-huh.
Right. So I was. Do you have any ballpark price that you have to get on it if you decide to sell it?
It has no mortgage, and no, I don't have a number in mind.
Oh, okay. All right. Would you consider 225 all cash?
No,
Okay.
that's
No.
be a short conversation. Thanks anyway.
Have a good day. All right. So it's like I said. You know what he said. Uh, Very good condition. Anytime it's vacant, open for discussion and offer. You can sense the tone. It's not. That's not what we want. Uh, yeah. So that's that. Let me see here. Let's see the history here. I want to see the history. Okay, I can see the history. Perfect. All right, so let's go on and call the next person. We at least spoke to a person. Oh, let me make sure the line I just called was okay. Primary. All right, so let's go call Vadim. Vadim. Vadim says interested in selling the property. Beautiful condition. It's vacant. Who knows? Let me just call.
Hello?
Yeah, it's my to Vadim.
Speaking this morning?
How you doing? My name is Ola. You spoke to my assistant. I think it was on Friday. I'm not sure about your property in Tinton Falls.
Yeah.
How you doing? Did I catch you at a good time?
Yes.
Okay, good, good, good. Why you want to sell it? Why do you want to sell?
Why?
Yes.
I just wanted some.
Oh, you just want to sell. Okay. Do you have does it need any kind of work?
Yes. What do you need?
Say that again, please.
Why you ask me these questions?
I'm a private investor. I'm interested in purchasing the property.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I'm asking. Does it need any kind of repairs or is in is in
No,
perfect
it
condition?
doesn't have it's good condition.
Good condition.
Excellent.
Okay. I see that you specified that it's vacant here. Are you looking to rent it out? Why was it vacant?
I'm looking for sell it.
Oh, you're looking forward to selling. Okay. You have a ballpark price that you want on it?
Yeah.
How much?
385.
385 you want for it? Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna look at the offers that I have for you right now in about 30 seconds. Um, are you familiar with what it's worth in today's market?
Yes, 380.
You think it's worth 380?
No, it's worth 390. I don't know.
More like 390. Okay. All right, because I'm looking at some of the data here, because that's what I have to use to give you a price point. Have you considered listing it with an agent?
Yes.
Okay. What's going on with that? Are you gonna list it or no?
I did already. It's with the agent.
Oh, it's listed with an agent
390.
right now?
Yeah, it's 390. I want 385.
Gotcha. I think that's where you're coming from with that. Okay. Yeah, because I just called you out of nowhere. I'm just interested in the property. I do see that you have it listed at 389. Okay. How long has it been listed? 1 month. Okay. All right. I'm looking for more like properties that you need to get rid of. That maybe has some work or anything like that. You have anything like that?
No, I'm looking for the same thing. Do you have anything like that?
Oh, are you an investor?
Yes.
If you're an investor, absolutely. We can always work together. That's fine with me. You know. Give me your what area do you like to invest in?
I'm sorry.
What areas do you like to invest in?
What? What? I'm sorry.
What
You're breaking up.
I said, what areas do you like to invest in?
Monmouth County.
Monmouth County? Okay. All right. Give me your best email address. I'll add you to my bias list.
Give you what?
Your best email address so I can add you to my bias list. I'll send you what I have right now. Investment properties.
It's fine. But if I need you, I'll call you.
Say that again?
I will call you. I have your number. I will call you next time.
Oh, so you're not looking to invest right now?
Not right now.
Oh, I thought you were an investor.
I know, but out of the money right now. I'm not gonna have some money. I will call you.
Have a good day, man. All right, so he's full of it. That's what that is. But it's okay. Let's see. He's selling retail. I could have seen that earlier. That's why you can, if you have the time, check on Zillow, see if it's listed. If it's listed, you're looking for off-market deals for the most part. Unless if it's on market, you need a realtor sending that to you. Okay, you don't want to be chasing a realtor or a homeowner down for an on-market deal. If it's a fixer upper and it's on the market, the realtors need to let you know. You should partner with realtors that will send that to you already. That way you have the upper hand. But if you're chasing after a deal that's already listed at retail, so I'm trying to make it a practice right now to always check on Zillow, make sure it's not listed. Okay. This guy is not has zero motivation. All right. All right, so we're still scrutinizing our process to make sure we actually filter people like this out before they get to me. We're trying to train our VA to learn how to filter them out. There are certain buzzword statements that they say, things like, "Oh, let me hear the offer first." Well, I'm not looking to sell right now, but I hear the offer right now. Oh yeah, I'm not looking to sell. There are certain things like that that they say. And that's why we continue to train our VA. We actually train them every Friday to get them better and better. That way we can have them training other people as well. So I think we have one more here, Madeline. Let's see here. All right, let me just go see something real quick. All right, because these examples are really good examples to use to train these people. Let me just see something. There you go. All right, so let's go call Madeline. So Madeline is very interested to sell the property. She's asking if she could meet you on 18th of April 2019 to talk about the offer. All right, it's in good condition. Anytime after discussion of the offer, they want to sell. Madeline is not living in the property. She wants to hear the offer first. The tone of that sounds like somebody that may be interested in selling. But let me just make sure that the property is not listed on the market. Because if it is listed on the market, um, it's a vacant property. I see a street view. Sorry, I can't show it to you because these are actual prospects we're working on and they have sensitive information. Okay, I see that property right there, Morristown. It's for the most part a decent neighborhood. All right, so let me just check one more thing. So the property is worth, the first number spitted at me is 401. Well, this was purchased at $460,000 in 2018 May. Doesn't sound like a deal. It doesn't. It just doesn't. But if they paid cash for it, you never know. If they paid cash for it, right? and they overpaid and they're just looking to get rid of it, okay, then you know. It looks like it was listed at one point at $417,000. I'm not sure if it's actively listed right now. Yeah, it was listed. That was that time. It was sold for 460. So maybe this person feels like they bought the wrong house. They're willing to get rid of it. That it was sold at 460 last year. Let's see what they want to say. It's not listed on the market right now, but let's just see. So basically, I say all those things so you can see how I process this information. Okay, it's all subjective. These are just my opinions based on 15 years of experience. Okay, so you do your own due diligence your own way. Hi, is this Madeline? May I speak to Madeline, please?
Only through the link. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Who's this?
My name is Ola. I'm looking to speak to Madeline, please.
Who's this? What? This is Madeline.
Hi, Madeline. You spoke to my assistant, I think, on Friday, maybe, about your property in Morristown.
Right. Yeah. Actually, I'm in a meeting right now. Can I call you later?
Yeah, you can call me at this number. Absolutely.
Okay. Are you gonna be available around 5 today?
Around 5. Yeah, you can send text messages, right?
Yes.
Send me a text message and say this is Madeline, and that way I can pick up.
Okay. All right. Great.
All
Thank
right. Thank you. Bye. Mhm. All right. So you never know. She may have bought it with cash. Let me see the history here. Is there a mortgage? There's a mortgage for $391,000 last year. Yeah. Let me see here. Let's dig in a little deeper. As an example, I think that was the last appointment I have. I still have a few follow-ups. I'll do the follow-ups. Let's see here. All right, so comparable sales. Sorry, can you see my screen? Sorry. I'm sorry that you can't see my screen. But basically, I'm just going to read it out. 6 months, comparables, 1 mile radius to the subject property. And I'm going to adjust by price by square footage. Okay, so in that area, there are, I see condos. Oh my God, I don't want the condos. All right, so actually within a mile radius, I'm just going to use the top. I'm going to use the top. This property is worth 593. This property is worth 590 just based on the location alone. But less, and there's a property that sold for $1.4 million at 0.138 from there. You never know. I'm going to talk to this young lady and see, I don't know if she's young, and see what I can do for her. I have chosen, let's see here. Okay. Okay, I'm looking at more comparable properties now. All right, this property is worth, yeah, fairly $427,000. That's more like what it's worth. So she owes right about 391, about 390. Property is worth 427. Anyway, your conversation never hurts. Here's another reason why you must always be open to conversations with these people. All right, she may have other houses that she needs to get rid of. Maybe not this house. Okay, so referrals is the biggest part of our business. Okay, referrals is the biggest part of our business. I'm just being honest with you. Okay, so I'm gonna follow up at 5. So with that being said, I'm gonna set up a follow up call for tomorrow. Either way. All right. So now let's go look at let's let me check this off. No, no exchanges. So there was this prospecting that I did a while back. I don't know if you remember. The guy wanted another house, and that's the only way he's gonna sell his house. Don't worry about things like that unless you have something like that already on radar. Don't worry yourself with things like that. Okay. So let's see here on our follow-up session here we have We have we have some things scheduled for tomorrow. We only have okay. We only have one. All right, so let me just call this gentleman right here. Let's try to call him. We only have one, but I have some other ones that I'm gonna.
Michael Benson.
Hi, Michael. This is Ola. Uh, you spoke to my assistant some few days ago about your property in Wall Township.
I spoke to who?
To my assistant. You spoke to my assistant. You have a property on Pine Tree Way?
Yeah, who was your? Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yes. How you doing? Did I catch you at a good time?
What's that?
Did I catch you at a good time?
Yeah. Now's a good time. I'm actually at the property. I just finished having it repainted, man. It's all redone.
Is it listed on the market?
It's not.
It's not listed. Okay.
No, you know what? Honestly, I threw about 40 grand into it, redid the place,
Okay.
and I had a renter in it for like 9 months, and I just kicked the renter out. Basically, they were in a 3-month rental.
Okay.
And the thing is, I don't really want to be a landlord, but you could probably rent this where it is for $1,500-$1,600 a week in the summer, and then a winter rental and have a positive cash flow on it.
Okay.
And that's where I'm at. Like, do I want to do that, or am I just thinking of just renting it year round just to cover, a mortgage in a little bit? But
Okay.
it was a 2-bedroom and like bungalow, all like dilapidated, and I knocked out one of the rooms, popped the ceiling, put a Murphy bed in. I got all stainless steel appliances, all new plumbing, all new electric. It's got a tankless water heater.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice place now where if someone wanted to be an investor and play the summer rental game, they can make some money with it, right? But I don't know if that's me, right? So
right.
So buy houses, fix them up, and flip them.
Yes, we do that.
Yeah.
We also assign. We run a private group of investors, and we basically find deals where people can either make money as a flip or to rent out. It all depends, So
well, this would be the rental. I'll tell you why, right? I probably owed you 30 on it. I put 40 in it. I wouldn't sell it for less than 310, 315, which is probably market value. And now I have a property. Like, I was just actually looking at Airbnb this morning. I had a realtor tell me you can rent this for $1,500, $1,600 a week in the summer. You got 14 weeks and then $1,400 a month in the winter. So, pull $27,000, $28,000 a year out of it, and when you look at what the mortgage is, you're gonna have a $10,000 positive cash flow. The thing is that I that's not my game, to be doing that.
Right.
If you want to listen, if I can tell you this, if you want to come down, and you want to look, now's the time, because I'm making a decision between now and May 1st if I'm going to put a year-round renter in.
Your price point sounds more like retail. It's a retail price, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you have a 30, 60, 90 days,
I'm not the deal for you to come in and grab the house and flip. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
Because I already put the money in. I already fixed it.
Yeah, this is that offer is off the table for obvious reasons, because again, you've done the work, so there's nowhere for me to add any value.
I got windows in, everything.
Yeah. Now, with that being said, are you open to listing it with an agent? Well, I'm not an agent, so I'm not an agent.
The point of the matter is that, if I was going to go, I'm so connected down here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if your assistant closed, if you were interested in coming down to for 300 grand, 310,000, I could buy enough down the shores for renters in it and have a $10,000 positive cash flow. If you were that kind of investor,
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah, have them give me a call.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're the guy that wants to come in here and buy it at 230 and sell it for 310,
Mm-hmm.
you know, throw $30,000 into it and be in at 260 and blow it out.
Mm-hmm.
I already kind of put the money in it, and I'm already in that situation with it. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but I'm more apt to, like, you know, my sister-in-law is a realtor.
Mm-hmm.
Works for me, works with ESP. Like, I'm so connected that way.
So you're good. So you're good to go on that end. That's fair. That's fair. I'm looking at your. You said 310, right? 310 is what you're looking at.
Yeah, 310 with no realtor. You wanted to do a deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bang! I owe like 230 on it, and I put 40 grand into it. You know, I got to get something out of it. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at the. It's like a few blocks away from. Is that a shore right next to it, or just some river? Is that the shore? It's a river.
It's a river. We're a bike ride from the ocean. We're on the west side of 71 on a quiet street.
Mm-hmm.
You cross over 71 and it's vacation land.
Right. Right.
It's a really great location because you have the parkway, you got 195.
Mm-hmm.
You have the marina. That's the marina where that lake is. That Shark River. They got a marina.
I see that.
There.
Yeah. I see that. Yeah.
And then you hop on the bike, and you know, you're a mile up straight up the road, and you hit the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a, you know, it's a summer rental area. You know.
Right. Hey man, good luck to you, man. I see you have some options there, you know, and
Yeah, the house across the street just sold for $549, but it's a big house. It's like, you know,
I see 495, 480, but they are all bigger houses. Your house is pretty small.
Yeah, the porch got converted to. It's about 850 square feet now.
Mm-hmm. And your house doesn't have a garage, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Those are extremely valuable stuff. You know,
What's that?
I said those are extremely valuable features.
Yeah, well, you know, it's not the right pickoff, but your girl's good. She's making calls, and I told her you could call me in case you wanted to buy it for 310. I could put it out there right now. There's nothing in this area.
Yeah.
You know, it's like to get down the shore, even rental. I got all kinds of people calling me like crazy. I threw it on Craigslist, and one night I got like 8 calls.
Michael, I really appreciate your call, man. Do you have any other houses you need to get rid of that may fit my criteria?
No, not right now. But
all right.
Thanks.
Thank you, man. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. So it's a conversation not leading anywhere. Let's see here. Let me put that in the right place, and we're gonna say, and put that in there as well too. All right. Yeah, that was that one follow-up. The other follow-ups are set up for future. Let's see. All right, so this one, yeah, that's it. You know, we spent some good 1 hour today together. You know, nothing solid, good conversations, either way, nonetheless. So, but hopefully, this was a decent value for you. If I said anything during the course, again, that makes sense to you, please make sure you give us a thumbs up. I like to show you the real deal. This is what it looks like when you're following up. It's not every call you make that becomes a deal, even though they paint it that way. But you need to see what it takes. So that's why you need to set up partnerships and things like that. And don't forget the 3 ways to stay motivated: community, partnership, and reading books, CPR. That's how you stay alive in this business. Once you close that first deal, it's a wrap. Things will start ramping up from that point in time, because usually at that point, you know, and if you close your first deal within 2 weeks, unfortunately, you still have a learning curve to go through. And most people get bit in the butt real bad, because some people, of course, close their first deal within a month and they go quit their job. It's a very horrible mistake for most people to make. It's a horrible mistake to make, period, because it's not going to be that fast to close the next deal, because everyone pays their dues. Okay. Now, could you close deals back to back to back by partnering with people that are already in the game? Yes. for obvious reasons. They have invested learning curve, and they know what they're doing, and all you're doing is just finding the deals and giving it to them to work. But even the finding deals part is a skill set on its own, and you need to learn how to manage time, resources, money resources, energy resources in the right list, and contact the right list. So that's something that will continually have to assess and reassess here. So hopefully, um, that was enlightening. Hopefully, you've been enlightened and educated. I'll see you on the next one. Go get it. It's free at smartrealestatewholesaling.com. You can also get the audiobook, the Kindle, and the paperback. I will see you on the next one, and peace.